In the Vuelta España 2024 ping-pong battle between Primoz Roglic and red jersey race leader Ben O'Connor, well, it's Primoz Roglic today getting the upper hand with a gain of 37 seconds thanks to an attack on the final climb, now setting back just a little over 3 minutes in second place overall. We're here in Padron, home of the famous Padron peppers, and right outside an aluminium factory. They hosted the stage start and finish, and what a stage it was, with 4 categorized climbs, none of them big ones, 2 categorized 2 climbs, bookended by 2 categorized 3 climbs, a Cat 3 climb, a Cat 2 climb, a Cat 2 climb, a Cat 3 climb. A massive scape of 38 riders broke free today. But let's focus, there was a crash with Richard Carapaz sitting up there in 3rd or 4th place overall in the GC, hitting the deck while one of his teammates was up the road attacking. It looked like he hurt his right side, but he got back up, brushed himself off, and continued down the road as cyclists do. Not starting the day, Conrad from Team Lidl Trek, also a Rensman from Team Ineos. Both of those riders had COVID. That's going around. We saw the abandon of João Almeida earlier in this Vuelta España. The racing action was hot up front with that big, massive escape of around 38 riders. Attention, because in that escape was the highest placed GC rider of George Bennett, sitting around 9th place overall. He had teammates Matthew Riccitello, also Corbin Strong in the group, and Primoz Roglic had 2 riders up there, Nico Dens and Danny Martinez. They're possible satellite men, we don't know, but they were up in that escape, and we'd find out later on they would be very useful to Primoz Roglic in his move on that last climb. Now Zando Maurice, he tried his luck from that escape, going solo for such a long time, but we knew it was gonna last. Israel was really launching the attacks today, making sure that George Bennett would gain time in the GC, but they want to get a stage win. That's most important for Team Israel Premier Tech, and today they were trying to do so with George Bennett. George Bennett, for his part, although he said Israel preferred to win a stage, he did gain time today, moving up 6 spots to 10th overall. Meanwhile, also moving him up in the GC. When Maurice was caught, we saw attacks of Isasa from Escutel Euskadi, Victor Kempenard, stage winner in the Tour de France from Team Lotto Destiny, switching over to Wiesmann next year. And all that was interesting. All that came down to that final climb when the attacks were going left and right from the escape. But watch out, because back behind, after Decathlon was doing a lot of the work for much of the day, controlling which escape got down the road for their race leader, Ben O'Connor, things started to get dicey. Red Bull, Bora Hansgrohe came up to the front for their man, Primoz Roglic. Now, Nico Dens had already dropped back, and at this point, he's at the front of the peloton, ripping things up for his team leader. Then we saw Aleotti, and then we saw 3, 2, 1 Vlasov, and you know they were blasting off for Primoz Roglic to set things up. Remember, they still had Danny Martinez up the road. Let's focus on the escape, because the escape was all over in bits and bobs. And who goes for the stage win? Well, you wouldn't have thought it was going to be him, because you would have thought maybe Jonathan Narvaez. There were a few different strong men in there. Remember, the Ecuadorian won stage 1 of the Giro d'Italia, took the pink jersey, beating out Tadej Pogacar. Well, today it was Eddie Dunbar, one of these GC hopes early on from Ireland, riding for Jayco Alula, spent some time with Team Ineos Grenadiers. Now with Jayco Alula, he crashed hard in the early days of the Giro d'Italia. Refocused, he's had some bad luck for the Irishmen. The luck of the Irish hasn't been with them. But here in the Vuelta España, it was. And today, going from 700, 650 meters out, bam, off the front, the others watch each other, and Eddie Dunbar pulls off the biggest victory in his career. Right around the same time, back behind, well, it's all going up in flames, and Primoz Roglic is hottest. He's attacking off the front. It's Enric Mas who joins him, the Team Movistar rider, who's going to be gaining on the day. He gains at the end of the day, jumping from 4th to 3rd place overall. He's riding on Roglic's wheel for some time, and then he comes through and starts helping. Ben O'Connor's distance, and without teammates, crucial at this point. And sitting on his wheel, not a helper, but is Florian Lipowitz in the white jersey, Primoz Roglic's teammate. He for sure is not going to come up and help Ben O'Connor. Meanwhile, up the road, Roglic and Mas are joined by others, including Gadu, Landa, Skilmos. They became a powerful group working their way towards the finish line. Oh, also in that group, Carlos Rodriguez from Team Ineos Grenadiers. In that power move, as things are going, Primoz linked up with his teammate Danny Martinez. Danny Martinez was drilling things, and then to the line, the calculation was done. I chased Primoz up to the bus, got some words. The Team Diaz confirmed it was around 35 seconds. In the end, it was 37 seconds to Decathlon's Ben O'Connor. He's still in the race lead, but he's taken a few hits today. I spoke with him in the mix zone afterwards, and he remains confident, saying whatever comes, comes in this Vuelta España battle. He says in the long climbs, yeah, he seems to be favored. In these short, punchy climbs, it's over to Primoz Roglic. Well, we don't know. Eddie Dunbar won the stage today. Big win for the Irish rider, but Primoz Roglic in this ping pong battle today in stage 11 came out on top in the Vuelta España.